All right, let's check out what happened in the finals. Uh, I did actually do very well on day 4, so like the second day of round 2 stuff. Um, and all I did was change my third runner, who at the time didn't really matter. My third runner really didn't do much. Whatever runner I was using, like I tried Air Groove, Tachyon as debuffers. I tried Encloser, Manhattan Cafe, Pace, Super Creek, Late Surger, Special Week. Like all 5 of these is what I tried as my third runner essentially. And as you can see, there was like 1 win by Special Week, and it was honestly kind of a fluke win because of mood and matchup where she somehow managed to be the one winning. Yeah, so overall they felt like they weren't doing a whole lot, and so I decided to try to make a new late surger, and that's what I did here. So on my final 4 attempts before the finals, I tried this Manhattan Cafe, and she actually did pretty decent. She's quite often in the top 3. She got quite a few wins. She's getting about as many wins as my Taishin. And I went like 4-1, 4-1, 5-0, 5-0 my last 4 attempts, which is pretty good. That being said, her run actually didn't go as well as I would have liked. It went decent, not as well as I would have liked, because like I had like 3 sleep deprives. I had like a failed training that would have got 55 speed. You know, I think I had some race losses. Yeah, I had a couple of race losses at a crucial time early on that would have got me the fan threshold to get like extra wit and skill points or whatever. And I was originally going to make this a like stamina siphon plus sharp gaze, maybe even trick rear or trick front or both type runner. And I had sharp gaze to choose from, but I had so many different cheap small skills like this that I decided to go for this instead, and I think it's been working well. You know, getting both corners, both straightaways, fighter slick surge. You know, I just essentially have a lot of skills on top of fall and right-handed. No long S, but there is turf S. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Otherwise, my runners, I decided to go with this Taishin. Both Taishins seemed pretty similar, but this is the one I went with. And she's been performing alright. Considering she's not the main carry, she does get a decent amount of wins. And then Goldship is my main carry. Obviously, she's the one more consistently getting wins. I will say towards the end, she started getting more unranked. You know, placing out of the top 3. But she still was getting a solid amount of wins. She might have been like 45% earlier on at win rate. And then I think top 2 and top 3 was like 80 and 90% or something. So like maybe some of those numbers dropped, but I think that's more so because my other runners were getting some wins, and maybe the opponents were stronger as well because it's the later round, right? But she's still been pretty strong. Yeah, that is my lineup there. See how you do. And yeah, obviously I'm hoping we win. Be very nice to get another win. Looks like we got some very difficult lineups here. Because I'm pretty sure Cafe, McQueen, and Gold Chip is like potentially one of the strongest lineups. And they both pretty much have that, except one has Mayano instead of Gold Chip. So we'll see how it goes. But it looks like I'm the favorite, so maybe my stats are just better. It gave me 1, 2, and 3 favorite here, so I think that's a good sign. I mean, I should be stronger than this, theoretically. And the other person... Okay, I should technically be stronger than both of these lineups. But obviously it comes down to whether you trigger your skills and get in the right position and stuff like that, right? So there's always a chance to lose here. Especially when it's, you know, a race where everyone's around like 400 wit and not like 800 and stuff. But yeah. I mean, technically my stamina's quite a bit lower compared to theirs, but it is the finals. We do have great mood. There should be a high likelihood that stamina is not a problem. Unless we get hit by like double stamina siphon and it ends up actually being crippling. And there is double stamina siphon out there, so we shall see how it goes. Yeah. Definitely would really like to win here though. And I have felt pretty confident in my lineup overall. There were some rough patches in the early rounds where I didn't know how good my lineup was, and a few times where they struggled when I was switching between different runners, but I think this lineup here has been doing pretty well. So let's hope they can continue to do well in the finals here. My Manhattan Cafe is actually a late surger and not an end closer, and does not run Stamina Siphon either. Like I said, I had considered doing Stamina Siphon and Sharp Gaze on her, but I still wanted her to be a late surger anyways, because I think it's just easier than getting like 4 end closer sparks, because you can run a better veteran that way. So I decided to try it out. That being said, that one gold chip is really far forward for the opponent. But hopefully we start moving up in good position here. The one McQueen's really far ahead, but I'm not sure if that's a problem because she's ahead by herself. So usually they won't get too out of control if they're by themselves up there. Usually they need someone else tagging along to like slingshot off of. So I don't think this is bad for me. In fact, my gold chip is somehow moving up into second already. I don't know how that's happening, but we'll take it. Yeah. I think the main thing I'm worried about here is the double stamina siphon. If both my runners get hit by both stamina siphons and miss one of their recoveries on top of that, it could be bad. I think I hit at least 2 maestros though, so hopefully we're good. I see a debuff just went off though, so it looks like the siphon went off. I don't hate my positions here though, considering there was like pace in front or double pace or something with the McQueens, and I'm at like 3rd, 4th, and 6th. It's not bad. We can let's pump some iron and then we can just be in a good spot. We got no stopping me to trigger, we got encroaching shadow and stuff, which looks good. Let's just hope we have the stamina to clutch it out. My gold chip's moving up well. Someone else also moved up well, I think. Just don't get fatigued. As long as we don't get fatigued, I think we're good. My Manhattan Cafe is too far back, but my gold chip is still out front though. Is she gonna do it? We have two out here now in front, so it should be good. Let's go. 1-2 finish. So my new Manhattan Cafe didn't really do much in the finals, but I still think she was a worthy addition. I think there was even some merit for having a late surger that could keep a good pace, and she was, you know, she was pretty strong as a late surger. And I think that actually helps my end closers to some extent. I'm not sure how to describe it or if that's true, but yeah. Let's go. That was actually a really quick time as well. 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 5/10. I think the fastest times I've seen were like only a 1/10 of a second faster than that or something. Maybe a couple tenths or a few tenths, I don't know. I don't think I saw any in the 2 minute 59. And anything below 3:01 it seemed to be pretty fast, so pretty cool. Gotta give them an emote. Don't give up. That'd be toxic. Nice muscle. Are there any Manhattan cafes? No. Does Taishin and Gold Chip have anything on here? Why do I feel like I have the only runners that don't have any stickers? I'll hit him with the T. Right. Let's see. Yeah, in my previous 5, Cafe had 1 win and Gold Ship had 4 wins actually. Yeah, as you can see, most runs are like 3:01 something. That was a really fast one. Oh, the Manhattan Cafe one was actually below 3:01. Let's see, I wanted to see their record. So Shiro was like 2 out of 5 in their last 5, and TB was 2 out of 5 as well. Yeah, I definitely felt favored, and the result looked like I was favorite because I got 1-2 finish. But yeah. Feels good, man. It does feel sad that I've missed one of them. It was Now, which one did I even miss? Leo? I think it's Leo Cup where I got second place instead of first. But so far we've done pretty well and had first places in all of the rest of the cup. Very nice. I guess I can look real quick at my final results. Gold Ship getting another win. Manhattan Cafe is, I think, a worthy addition. She did decent. You know, she was actually getting wins. She had similar win percentage as my Taishins as a late searcher. Taishin, of course. Taishin was actually right there. She got second, right? So even if my gold ship had struggled, theoretically my Taishin was there to get the win. And then all the other runners I tried. Yeah, feels good to get to win. Looking forward to the next cup as well. Since it is a medium cup, I will probably want to run a debuffer. Part of me wants to just go in with 3 aces, because I really want to run like Suzuka, Taiki, and Manhattan Cafe again, maybe, or something. That sounds kind of fun, but realistically, I feel like I should be running, you know, debuffer, Nice Nature, or Agnes Tachyon. Either one. And then I'm not sure. I do want to run Suzuka and I do want to run Taiki. But then I do kind of want to run Manhattan Cafe as well. I feel like running a debuffer and running Manhattan Cafe with Stamina Siphon could be pretty cool. But I would need to make sure I have some way to slow down all the front runners still, or have my own front runner that can hang with them. I don't know. We'll see what I do. But nice to get a win for this cup. And looking forward to hopefully getting a win in the next one as well.